What's going on, guys? Brent0331. Appreciate you guys tuning in. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the RAC plate carrier made by HRT Tactical. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment. All right, guys, so this is the RAC plate carrier from HRT Tactical gear, and it's made out of 500 denier Condura. And from the looks of it, everything is well built, well stitched, and very tough. As good as any military gear that I've ever used. So, you know, I'm going to put it to the test later on. I'm going to wear this a lot more, and you know, we'll see how it lasts over time. But from the looks of it, exteriorly, it looks well built. There's a lot of features of this, so we're going to go through this thing. Just bear with me. There's different pouches, different setups, and there's a whole bunch of different stuff to go over with this particular plate carrier. We'll start from the top and work our way down. So here's the shoulder straps. As you can see right off the bat, we got some Velcro right here, and this can be used to secure stuff like a camelback hose or radio antenna, things of that nature, just to keep it tight, keep your gear tight. You have padding on the shoulders, and these open up with Velcro. And inside there is additional Velcro so that you can adjust the actual length and height of your plate carrier. So really easy to adjust that to fit your respective body. So close that, and on the left side is a quick detach buckle. That's a very important feature. I know when I was in Afghanistan in 2011, some of the biggest casualties numbers were produced from vehicle rollovers and guys drowning because they couldn't get out of their gear into vehicles. Now, how many of those were because they couldn't get out of their gear and subsequently the vehicle? I don't know. But, you know, quick detach is, you know, essential in that you can get it off your body so that you're slick in a moment's notice, so that you can get out of those situations easier if they, God forbid, they arise. So that's, you know, when you're considering gear, definitely take that into consideration. Moving down, you have a Velcro area here, but it's also MOLLE compatible. So you can mount any MOLLE pouch on there, like maybe an admin pouch if you so choose. But as you can see, it's got Velcro here, so you can add stuff such as, you know, like flag patches or service or name tapes, blood types, name placards, whatever you need to put on there, you can do so. The carrier also has a piece of elastic on both sides that you can run your hose through. Or you can stick something like a chem light through. Also has more MOLLE webbing. These buckles here, we're going to talk about those again here in a minute when we're talking about the placards that you can put on to personalize your plate carrier. But essentially what those are is, take this AR-15 3 magazine pouch. Their placards buckle in to those. And then they're also secured with that Velcro that you saw. So that's a plus and a minus in my opinion. If you're like let's say a entry team member on a SWAT team or something, you know, mountain environment, I don't see that being much of an issue. Where I see the issue is if you're an infantryman and you're low crawling, you're going over walls, you're fire team rushing, just, you know, you're constantly on the dirt and hugging earth. You know, I could see potentially that being a problem. Just, you know, only having Velcro and these buckles. One thing I want to add though is that this is the exact same way that the current issue United States Marine Corps plate carrier attaches. Your each panel on your Cummerbund folds over underneath a flap where your magazines are, and it comes down and attaches. So if it's good enough for Marine Corps infantry, it's good enough for you. Let's take a closer look at this Cummerbund. If you're looking for a more minimalist approach, you can use the regular strap that the plate carrier comes standard with. There are two different options for Cummerbunds to choose from, which are the quick release version I show here in this video and a 2-band MOLLE version. So on each side you have quick release buckles. Now these are obviously made out of a high strength polymer. You know, will those break under combat conditions? I don't know. You know, there's always a possibility for that when you have anything other than, you know, like metal as your connectors. But with that being said, you know, a lot of gear is made in these high strength polymers, and you know, they don't break that often. But it's always a possibility. So you know, be cognizant of that if you're gonna go with this option. These attach here, as you can see, so you can adjust the width that way. To adjust the Cummerbund, flip the plate carrier over and lift the back Velcro panel. in the back here, you can see these panels, and you have this, cord here, and you can adjust that to your specific width. Now, if you need to get this even tighter than it already offers, you can actually fold this over and use the MOLLE webbing itself to get even tighter. But once you get it to the actual width, your desired width, you just tie it down and then put these flaps back over in place, and then there you go. All right, let's look at the underneath here. So if you guys can see the front and back panel, it has padding on the sides, and inside here creates a little channel, so it's kind of like an airflow channel. So the air is able to get in between your plate carrier and your person. Underneath here you can kind of see the padding. You can open these up, and there's padding in there, pretty legit padding to kind of keep a separation between the plate and your body for extra comfort. They also have, you see these vertical Velcro strips. They sell these things called pontoons. It's just like air cushions that go in between your body for additional airflow. If you choose to pick those up, you can add those for additional comfort and additional airflow. The plates are secured inside the plate carrier with this flap. There you go. There's a little pocket in there. You can kind of better see the air channel from the inside. So you just stick your plate in, and then this flap goes over it. And then it just secures with the Velcro, and then you obviously see the little pull cord in here to help assist you in pulling that flap out easier. That secures in place, and there you go. That's how you retain the plates in the actual plate carrier itself. Now on the back side, I have a bunch of pouches on here, so let me go ahead and strip these off. You guys can see the back. So that's what the back looks like, slick. It has a drag handle, in case you become a casualty or you need to carry your gear somewhere, you can grab that handle, and it's padded to assist with that. And you guys can see that the back has both Velcro and kind of a limited MOLLE capability. So you can put these tabs in for the respective placards that will mount back here. They also zip, so you essentially have 3 means of retention for the back side on these particular panels. So that's pretty interesting. Let's go ahead and mount one of these up here. So I'm going to put the MOLLE in. That comes over and buckles. And then you can see the Velcro on Velcro here. And the zipper on the side. And there you go, it's attached. That's pretty legit, guys. That's 3 different means of retention there for these particular pouches on the back. All right, guys, so let's talk about some of the placards that go on to the actual plate carrier itself. The first one we're going to show you is the 3 magazine placard, and these are secured by these hard plastic inserts that help retain the magazine, as well as you have these bungee pull cords that come over the top to further help retain the magazine. But you can remove these if you so choose. All you gotta do is untie that bungee, and then you can pull these out. But these hold the magazines fairly well, and it'll hold any standard NATO magazine, such as your older USGI aluminum mags, or your typical Magpul P mags. But they go in there quite nicely, and as you can see, that plastic holds it pretty good. So I wouldn't count on them falling out too easily. But just in case you are worried about that, you do have these pull tabs that you can pull over the top of that to help retain that. To add this to the actual plate carrier, all you're going to do is take the Velcro, line it up and attach it, and then you're going to take that quick release and insert it. And there you go. Next placard I'm going to talk about is called the Maximus, and the Maximus secures in the same manner as the triple AR mag pouch. As you can see, it's got the quick release buckles, so I'm going to go ahead and buckle those in. And then the Velcro there comes down and then attaches to the front of the plate carrier. As you can see, it's not going anywhere. Now, the Maximus has two general purpose pouches on the front. What do you want to put in there? I don't know. You know, the possibilities are endless, but I can tell you can definitely make it an IFAK. So if you want to make it an IFAK, we'll open that up. That'll be a small little blowout kit, probably more suitable for something like a tourniquet or something along those lines. And then you have a Velcro section on each side, so if you want to plus up your combat effectiveness by adding a Texas flag patch, you can do that as well. But these open up by zipper. And inside there, you guys can see there's these are just small general purpose pouches. There is elastic in there, so you know, if you have a flashbang or something along those lines, you can throw it in there. It'll be a tight fit. Here's a smoke grenade. Really tight fit. Gotta work it. Alright, I got it. Alright, so I got a smoke grenade in there. You could also put this Maximus on the back of your plate carrier, so you know, if you're in a stack or something in a mountain environment, the guy behind you can get that out easier. But this will secure. Again, guys, these are just small general purpose pouches for, you know, admin tools like compasses, things along those nature, like a GPS, whatever you want to put in there. Magazines. So right now there's a 3 AR style magazine insert. You guys can see these inserts are made of like this nylon material, and it holds it pretty well. I'll turn it over and flip it upside down and, you know, shake it quite a bit to see if it they roll out here in a second. But it seems to hold it fairly well. If you run a 7.62x51 or, you know, something like a G3, M1A, Scar Heavy, something along those lines, a FAL, you can get the 7.62x51 millimeter heavy inserts, and you know, the possibilities are endless. You could put AK magazines in here. Matter of fact, there you go. So you take this insert out, you put this one in, and then there you go. It's a universal magazine pouch that you can use. On the sides, it's flanked by 2 pistol mag pouches. Now these are Glock 22 mags, and these pistol magazine pouches seem pretty universal. You can put just about any pistol mag in there. So I'll take this Glock 22 magazine out. Here's a M9 pistol magazine. Put it in there, and it's not coming, it's not moving. It's got the same plastic retaining system that's on the triple AR magazine pouch, so it presses down against the magazine, holds it in there quite nicely. Let me go ahead and test this. These are open top magazine pouches, so there's nothing other than the tension holding these magazines in place. So there's no paracord or, you know, loops or anything that come over the top to hold these. So they are obviously susceptible if you're an infantryman and you're hugging earth and low crawling and going over walls and stuff like along those lines. You know, you always have the possibility with open top magazines of losing those. You know, that's just the risk you run. This is typically, in my opinion, for more urban type fighting, like, you know, SWAT teams, law enforcement officers, guys that are doing mount, CQB, and things of that nature. Those are the kind of guys that I think should be using open top magazine pouches. But, you know, if you're an infantryman and you're low crawling and you use open top, you know, just keep that in mind. Be cognizant of the fact that these magazines could come out. But they seem to be in there pretty good, guys. I'm going to turn this up and shake this pretty vigorously. There we go. I had to beat it against the ground to get one to fall out. But as you can see, it was staying pretty strong until I started beating it against the ground, and the stuff started to come out on me. But yep, so that's the Maximus, and again, you can mount that on the either the front or the back. All right, guys, so we're on the back side of the plate carrier now. This is the zip-on Maximus, and as you can see, it's got MOLLE webbing here. So I'm going to stick the MOLLE webbing through. Secure that. This is just like the other one. Other one, I mean these. And then you have your Velcro that comes down. That attaches, and then you also have a zipper here on the side. So attach that. Alright, so 3 methods of securing: zipper, 1 MOLLE row, and then Velcro. So as you can see, this is a general purpose pouch. This is, again, the Maximus zip-on. So you got an exterior pouch here. You got a large Velcro panel for just about anything that you want to throw on there. But really roomy in here. You can throw a whole host of stuff. Flashbangs, smoke grenades, whatever. You know, put that on your back so the guy behind you in a stack can access that. The inner pouch, again, just a big roomy pouch that you can insert stuff in here. You could insert additional magazines if you wanted to by throwing in that elastic. There we go. So additional magazines, just anything you want to put in there, guys, really. But there's Velcro on each side in there, so you know, something like this will fit right in. And then that zips up, zipper closure, and that's it. Just another utility style pouch. On the bottom is 2 utility style pouches, just like what you had on the front with the Maximus. And again, several sleeves in here. As you can see, probably additional medical equipment. Might be good for a corpsman. But those are also secured with your zipper, Velcro, 1 row of MOLLE, and then it also has these you know, elastic bands that go around the outside. So possibilities are endless, guys. But those are the back panels. And then the last one we're going to cover is going to be the medium pack. Alright guys, so the last attachment I'm going to talk about is the medium pack. Now, to attach this, you have 1 row of MOLLE for the top and bottom portions of the pack. You also have Velcro that Velcros in, and then you have zippers. So it seems like a pretty sturdy connection for this pack. But I'm going to go ahead and connect it to the pack for y'all. With the top row of MOLLE. Going to fold over and Velcro in. But the second half comes down, Velcro, and then you can see this. We got zippers. All right, one side's done. There we go. Now it's attached. That seems pretty secure, guys. So, you know, if a zipper fails you, you still got a MOLLE and a Velcro attachment underneath. So the outside has some lashing straps to tighten down on the pack. Opens up just like that all the way. You got some lashing straps that are made of elastic on the inside. So, you know, the possibilities are endless to put in here. You could put, you know, Gore-Tex top, a poncho. Probably the most obvious one is a camelback. Throw your camelback inside. Now, however you want to run that, guys. And then again, going back to the Velcro on the side here. And tighten that down. This makes it a little bit more secure. Tight pack is a light pack. Then we take out outside lashing straps, buckle those down, and then we can tighten this. Looks like it tightens on both sides, so that's good. So you don't have a bunch of excess strappage on one side. And then obviously you have some elastic here that you can fold these up and have a little bit neater looking pack. Pretty cool, guys. So that's one of the back attachments. So you can either run this, you can run it slick, or you can run some of the other pouches that I showed you. And that's the back of the plate carrier. So instead of having a day pack, you have, you know, this small medium pack that attaches directly to your plate carrier. All right, guys, so let's talk about some of the pouches associated with this plate carrier. So I'm just going to pull this quick detach panel off, and then as you can see here, I've got a WPS or Warrior Poet Society multi-hanger pouch, and this is both a left and right side that I've got demonstrated here. And these things, you can put a whole host of stuff in there. You can stick a magazine in there, a flare, a pop-up, a radio, and essentially you can put these on the, you know, whatever respective side it is, or underneath. Once in place, you simply pull the panel of your Cummerbund over the pouch, which helps keep it in place. You also have their tourniquet holder, and you can stick this essentially wherever the heck you want to stick it. But, you know, it's just essentially elastic, tight elastic that holds something like a tourniquet, a cat tourniquet that you can pull out and easily deploy if need be, God forbid. All right, the next pouch I'm going to talk about is a Sporan hanger pouch, I believe they call it. And you can see it's got one panel of Velcro here. And I'll show you how to mount this here in a second. But essentially this is kind of like a hanging fanny pack style general purpose pouch. But it has some webbing on the sides for mounting, whatever. And then it's got two main compartments that open by zipper. And inside those compartments is a bunch of different little things like elastic and different slots. And this would probably be a good IFAC pouch. So, you know, if you want to put IFAC components in there, I'm going to go ahead and load this up so that you guys can see what it would look like if it was full of IFAC components. But, you know, this is an option if you want to use this for whatever. But to me, it looks like it probably would make a good IFAC pouch. And to mount this, if you're going to mount this on the front, we could just throw it right here, and then your panel would just come over the top. And then that would just dangle. And again, you could put that on the front or on the back, either or. It's got Velcro that you could mount that to easily. Just like that. This is the back side. So, options, guys. That's it, guys. That completes this review of the RAC plate carrier by HRT Tactical. If you're liking what you're seeing, don't forget to check out my channel and subscribe. I also have a link to HRT Tactical's website in the description box as well as the pinned comment section. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment.